The greatest two-way to ever walk this earth is Travis Hunter, but by the end of my college career, I want to be better than him at both positions, wide receiver and corner. Now, me and Trav share a lot of similarities. I'm 6'1", about $180, pretty comparable to bro. I played high school football in Georgia just like he did as well. And then on offense and defense, I made plays throughout my entire senior season, trying to put my name on the map and get the notoriety that he did. But here's where the differences come in. I wasn't a 5-star, I wasn't the best player in the country, and nobody really knows my name. My team, we didn't win a single game throughout my senior season. We went 0-9 on the year. And if you're not winning games, you're not getting no notoriety. I finished the season as a 1-star recruit. I had the grades, but I had 0 college offers on the table. So if I wanted to play college ball, I only had one choice, and that's to walk on to pretty much any school in the country. But West Virginia, they gave me a shot. I was given the opportunity to earn my way as a two-way player, and if I balled hard enough, I could also earn a full-time scholarship. But I'm not gonna lie, the first couple of practices was hitting me kind of hard. I was struggling a bit. It took me a minute, but I finally had figured out what advantages I had over the other players. That was a little bit of speed, but also being able to position my body in the perfect place. Once I figured out how to have better body control and overall put myself in the right position at the right time and make plays, get loose in open space, it was over. But on the defensive side, it came to me so natural. I was like a God-gifted corner out there, just strapping everything, tight ends, receivers, you name it. I ain't gonna lie, I was out there making plays, turned up, talking crazy, like the walk-on is out here getting busy, getting active with the starters. When camp was all said and done, not only did I earn my scholarship, but I earned the right to play both ways as a starter. This season, we got a lot of good teams on the schedule. I'm looking forward to pretty much every game out here, especially as a freshman. By the end of the season, it's going to be pretty fascinating to see where we measure up in terms of the entire Big 12. Because preseason, they had us predicted amongst all of these teams to finish last. We got ball first, and I see nothing but open space for me to go crazy. I want to call for this ball, but I got to be careful. Can't be too ball hungry. And look, I called for it. I don't know why my QB1 looked right at that linebacker, that DB, and threw it right to him. And then he going to house it for us for 6? We got to do better than that, bro. Well, my speed got me on the long side, being able to go up the field by my lonesome. He's launching this ball. You know I love the opportunity out the gate. Gonna catch this in stride, try to tiptoe my way into the end zone. The fact that Nico had that much trust in me out the gate, you love to see that, especially as a freshman. First possession here on defense, and I got my eyes on this quarterback while we're in man coverage. They go to run, trying to get in on this one. I'm getting active out the gate. And I like how DC is trusting us. I mean, obviously you want to play the run early on, but I mean, to trust us this much, this early on, you love to see that. Look at my defense already. Secondary going crazy. That's my dog on the other side, my fellow corner doing his thing, catching the first pick of the season for this team. And I say he's trusting us because we could go zone heavy. We're a zone heavy team to begin with in a pass heavy conference. Trying to show off a bit of my route running, get outside here. Gonna break off, ball coming my way. It's not, it comes there late. Got to catch this and get down. We got a 2nd and 20. I'm gonna come over a little bit, kind of line up somewhat in the slot and take off. I want that ball to come my way. Got to be patient, get across the field. It's coming though. 2 DBs in the area. That was a bad call for ball. Get inside, get back out, get deep here. Ball coming my way too, bro. He throws the ball to me no matter what. Made the adjustment, big catch, first down. Split out wide. Hopefully our RB1 can get into the end zone, trying to set up a good block. Can he walk this one in? QB1 keeps it himself. That's another touchdown on the board. Come out here in a little Tampa 2. I want to bet on my zone. I need my first pick. My dog caught his. I need mine. I ain't gonna lie. And I got out a little bit. He's throwing it to my zone in a way, but I'm here to make the play off the rip. Let's go. Got a deep zone. Gonna try to lock that up. Bait it up a little bit. Like I said, I'm fishing for the opportunity. I need it. I want it to come my way. 3rd and 3, we're gonna go with some man. I want to press at the line, but he's backed off a little bit, so I'm gonna sag, try not to give up anything towards the middle of the field. They go with a run, and we get to stop. 3rd and 3, they need to pick up a first here. They got 3 receivers lined up on this side of the field. Are they going deep? It looks like they are towards the middle of the field. I'm right here, but my dog cleaned up. I almost made a play on that ball too, and to really put the icing on the cake, my RB1 gets into the end zone for another tub. Look at everybody celebrating, dog. A beautiful, dominating first 3 quarters. Come on, bro. I need that ball to come my way. I've been trying not to be selfish, but I've been out here just getting pure cardio in, bro. Straight cardio work. Oh, ball come my way. Open space. Catch it, get upfield, and get the first. Fell a little bit short. It's 3rd and 12. We don't really need a first down. Whether we on the field or we get off, it don't matter. But we got a wide open guy on the other side, and they finna call me for a block in the back. I know coach finna kill me on the sideline. More cover 2 man on the receiver lined up pretty tight to the line. So I'm trying to play out towards the middle, not to give up anything here. He goes out. to the sideline, and I'm in perfect position to get my first collegiate pick. Let's go. Big time players make big time plays. Not a big time game, but I stepped up and we putting the icing on the cake. Boy, you talk about a dominating win on the road to kick off the season. It's Memphis of all teams, but nonetheless a really solid performance. Didn't score a touchdown today, but 5 receptions, over 140 yards rushing to kick off the season. No touchdowns, but that's nasty work. And then on defense, I also came with that same level of production. 3 total tackles, but I came through with a pick towards the end of the game, locked up everything moving. Week 2, second game on the road, we go back-to-back blowout wins, this one being against Ohio. My QB1 went off 326 passing yards, 4 touchdowns, did have an ugly pick, but nonetheless, my boy balled. And I had more of a quiet day, 5 for 70 yards. I did score my first collegiate touchdown at receiver, so that was pretty solid. But coming up this week, the backyard brawl, a big rivalry game against Pitt, and it'll be my first game at home. Didn't go too crazy last week. This time around, yeah, in a big time game, I'm trying to step up and ball, and it didn't come my way. Speaking of the ball, that should have been in my hands. At CB1, I'm always trying to guard the best guy on the field. They go with a quick, oh my gosh, I completely whiffed on the tackle. And is he finna go to the end zone for a touchdown? He did, but thank God it was a legal man downfield. I got embarrassed out the gate. Even though they're taking that one back, it will not excuse the fact that I got absolutely burnt. We gotta run that one back. That was terrible, bro. I gotta get the jitters out, bro. Man coverage, trying to get down here and get active, get physical to start this game off, getting in on this tackle. 3rd and 3 with a chance to get off the field, where for the defense to get off, you know I'm right back on a big 2-way, and I'm trying to go crazy, bro. We need to get them boys off the field. He runs a quick little whip right on me, and the guys up front hold it down. Pin back deep in our own territory, 3rd and 9, you know what we want. I want it over the top, I ain't gonna lie. Oh my gosh, I'm getting jammed up by this DB, and they ain't calling that. Come on, ref, you gotta call that. But my QB1 is taking off, picking up a first and some more. We got a solid running back, but we have to be pass heavy in certain situations, and I'm all for it. I'm not against it whatsoever. Ball coming my way in stride, picking up a good amount of yards. Switching it up over here to the right hand side. Gonna try to break this in route off a little bit sooner. Try to avoid contact with his DB. Ball's coming my way in stride. I make the catch. We holding it down right now, bro. We're moving the ball by any means necessary, and I absolutely love that. Ball coming my way in stride over the top. You know what time it is. With all this speed, let's go. Another touchdown on the board. Another touchdown in this game. Another touchdown on the season. Absolutely balling to kick this one off. Got an early lead here. Well, really a late lead. First score on the board for both teams here in the second quarter. First half. I'm really starting to fall in love with this cover 2. Gives me opportunity to bait things up and kind of just be in position to go crazy. But right there, I should have read that from the jump. But then I also like to mix it up and go man and truly test my ability to be a true corner and lock things down one-on-one. You can never go wrong with that. QB1's back there making some adjustments. I got my eyes on him. They ended up going with a run right here. He's picking up some good yardage. 1st and 10 back on offense. A really low scoring game for the most part. Coming back to the ball here, making his catch, picking up a first. With us struggling to move the ball and defense just holding it down, like we just need to run out as much clock as possible. 3rd and 6. I don't know if I'm gonna get jammed at the line or what. Easy little pickup here. Hit my dog on the outside. I got a good block even though he got out of bounds. Got a little fake bubble. They got everybody playing low. We're trying to go over the top with it. We're trying to go over the top with it. Come here. Come here. Over the top. Perfect pass in stride with that elite speed, getting behind the secondary, tearing them up. Pretty much putting this game to bed. Don't get me wrong. Winning this game is a priority, but if I can bait something up and get a pick, trust me, I'm going to do that. I'm going to play outside here, my zone a little bit. Things are going deep. I should have been back there, but my dog's shutting it down. Got a soft squat. I'm going to try to play this to the best of my ability. Shut everything out over here. Get over here to the outside. He's going quick across the middle. We lighting him up, though. Got to survey this out, read this to the best of my ability. Launching this one upfield. He got a wide open man. I don't know how he got so free. They score. So they ended up picking up the 2-point conversion, making this score 8-14. A hard-fought battle in a rivalry, but in the end, we came out victorious. It was a hard-fought battle, but I stepped up big time. Both of our touchdowns both came from my hands. Shout out to my QB1, of course. He did his thing, but we came through in the clutch. Some of the best cornerback play in the country, if I do say so myself. No specialty stats on the day on the defensive side, but 4 tackles. A few weeks later, playing BYU on the road, stepped up, got a huge pick, my second of the season. You better believe after hawking that ball down like that, I was talking crazy out there, acting a fool on the field. And then we get right back on the offensive end. The first play from scrimmage of that drive, a big touchdown, holding on through a big hit. And another big play, which is a touchdown, gives me another opportunity to show out. And I think it goes without saying, I'm out here having fun, putting on a straight up show. But the week before the BYU game, we went to war with Utah, a defensive war at that. 6-0 was the score by the end of that game. And we capped off that BYU game with a huge W, hanging up 48 points on offense. We ran up on Arizona State at their crib. We were hot though, 5-0 to start the season, just balling, but we ended up taking our first loss. But this week's matchup, I'm looking forward to going up against Coach Prime and his Colorado Buffs. It's kind of wild that I missed playing Travis just by a year. He went to the league last season. Now this year, this would have been a crazy matchup if he was still in college. Got them Buffs, man. The offense don't look nowhere near what it would look like with them other guys over here, man. But nonetheless, still a really good squad. And first play out the gate, we get a nasty pick on whoever that is they got back there at QB1. I've been watching film, but he ain't ready for me. And you see it right back out here on offense, bro, doing what I do, bro. It don't stop. It don't stop at all. I honestly just want to be the most valuable piece, not only for my team, but in college football. The best receiver, best DB, the best everything. Couldn't make it happen on offense. Back over here on D, going with motion, got my guy coming across. He can't get loose. He actually freed up in the backfield, but I'm trying to lay a big hit. He ran through me though. Now they going with the hurry up, boy. I ain't gonna lie, that receiver, and this their best weapon. Like, he a big body. I think that's Timmons or somebody out here. I gotta be careful though, man. They running some plays, but my guys up front getting backed up for the sack. They like to throw the ball deep, especially here on 3rd and 14, but I'm gonna play off my zone a bit and really try to bait it up and give a lot of cushion, a lot of space, see if he goes short. And another sack from the boys up front. That offensive line ain't holding up against my guys. Going deep up the field here on 1st and 10. We trying to put some points on the board, looking for that ball to come my way. It does in stride, but my QB1 and I, we are on 8, and our connection is different, dog. We on 1. I'm not gonna say I'm gassed or tired, but I can definitely see why they like glazed Trav as much as he did over his 3 to 4 years playing both sides. This can be very tiring. Look, I'm already making mistakes out here and missing tackles. Let me lock in, bro. I'm starting to slip up with my technique and just be out of position. I gotta be patient, trust my speed, trust my ability, and look, getting burnt once again, bro. And I might be giving up my first touchdown of the year, bro. Come on. Nice little 10 and in. Got to make something happen over here. I gave up a touchdown on offense, and we failed to get the extra point on the last possession. 3rd and 10, empty set for my QB1. Gonna see if I can get this ball to come my way. He throws it. He threw that early. I don't know why he threw that ball so early, and he led me like coming back towards the sideline. All right, 3rd and 11 over here on the defensive side. We can get these boys off the field. I got to protect this sideline. It seems like they want to go. They go towards the middle. Everything goes towards the middle. He's launching it back of the end zone. He's picking up a first. Here we go, 3rd and goal. We get to stop here, force them to a field goal. That'll be golden, but they got that backfield kind of loaded. Need to sit out here and play this properly, get out. They throw it towards the middle. They pick up the touchdown. Started out the second half hot. We got a nice lead. Now we put all the pressure on this Colorado offense to try to make something happen. We could walk out of here with a W if we play our cards right. Bro, they are moving the rock against us. We cannot let them score. It's going to get very ugly, but we get a strip sack in the back and we scoop it up. Let's go. That might be the game. Bro, we went to straight up war, gave it all we had. I even scored a late 4th quarter touchdown. We ended up losing by 1 point to the Buffs, bro. Nico did all he could, throwing for 305, 4 touchdowns, but 2 costly picks. And you know, I gave it my absolute, bro, my best effort, bro. Probably my best game of the season so far. 6 receptions, 202 with 3 touchdowns. For me personally, and even the team, like in general, the season so far has been nothing short of action-packed. Big play after big play. I'm stringing together one of the best freshman seasons ever, being that I'm playing on both sides of the ball and I've been dominating at both positions. But I'm not gonna lie, there's an extreme cost of greatness. Even though I'm able to go crazy, do everything that I could have ever imagined and some at this level, it's been taking a huge toll on my body. I don't know how Travis Hunter did this all 3-4 years of his college career, but of getting my body destroyed and torn to pieces by the end of my college career to still be recognized as the greatest to ever strap it up, I'm willing to give all it takes. Over the next few weeks, we would get it in against teams like Houston, collecting a dub, had a bye week, spent the block, played Kansas, got a 2-point win against them as well. And then another close win against a UCF team that came to battle. We ended up scoring 14 points in the 4th quarter though. But our most embarrassing game and loss of the season came to Texas Tech, where we did not show up to play whatsoever. And we lost like this at home, 45-7. And now with the season coming to an end, we got TCU at the crib, the final game of my freshman season. We sit at 8-3 on the year, and we're ranked number 24 in the country. No matter what happens, Kansas State has punched their ticket for the conference championship. But for 2nd place, we sit at a 4-way tie to a Colorado team. We lost Arizona and Oklahoma State, so no matter what happens, we still may not make our way into that championship game. So we got a 5-6 TCU team with nothing to lose, who can't make the conference championship or anything of that nature, and we can. So this is our game to lose. Gave up something kind of major right there, a huge play. I gotta work on that, but that's been a real struggle point for me this season. Like, I make plays, catch picks, and do what I got to do, but for the most part, I slip up in coverage like that all the time, way too often. And then they hit us for another huge play to put them around the 2-yard line, and they walk in for a touchdown, the first of the game. So on defense, we completely folded out the gate. That's a terrible look at this ball coming my way to start the game off, picking up a reception. Tight little formation right here. I'm gonna try to go over the top though, take advantage of this DB, no safety look. You know what time it is to me. Go up, and he made a good play on the ball. 4-yard shot. We need to pick up this first. If I can get here to the second level, shed him, throw it short, maybe this catch, I dropped it through the contact. First half uneventful, bro. We've been struggling to move the ball. Defensively though, we've been holding it down for the most part. Ball coming my way and I drop it again. This rain getting the best of me. Like, I'm struggling to really make plays out here. I know it's, you know, cold and wet, but bro, I have to do a lot better. But this time around, making this catch, getting around the edge with all the speed in the world, you know what time it is with me. It wasn't gonna be long before I get on in the action. Touchdown. Hit them boys with a little bit of that gritty, man. I had to get busy, bro. I was struggling, and now man, put us on the map, give us the lead. That's what I do. Made it happen over there on offense. Now back on D. We in man coverage, stay in the gun, trying to take over, man. I got help over the top. They're launching this ball, blowing that up. Let's go. Got a couple picks on the season, but it's really haven't been too much action. I've been locking and strapping up everything, everybody's best receiver, but now they launching my way. The second I opened my mouth, I knew it, bro. I already knew what time it was, dog. You got to take a shot, and if you're gonna take one, don't take it toward the best defensive player in the country. Score one on offense, come back on defense right after and score another touchdown, putting up 14 points on both sides of the ball. Who doing it better than me? We got a pretty solid lead. We got to cap this game off, bro. Don't want to give up anything deep. Don't want to give up no touchdowns. Want to make plays. And look at this. He breaks off a huge play, and I'm the only, pretty much the last line of defense. Somebody tell my DC going man coverage in the fourth quarter, and especially with a 3 score lead, 3 possession lead, that is not the way to go, bro. They literally almost took one to the crib on us. TCU ended up marching back, scoring multiple touchdowns. I was out, bro. I'm not gonna lie, nagging injury to the back of my ankle, and I felt like I popped my Achilles at one point. We got locked in for the Independence Bowl game against Iowa, and we balled, but still battling through injury. I did little to nothing on the offensive side, and defensively I held my own, but I did struggle for the most part. So I took a look at the college football playoff, and seeing all of the best teams in the country compete postseason is somewhere I think we should be either this season or definitely next season. My freshman season numbers were decent for the most part. I didn't eclipse 1,000 yards. I fell short of that. About 8 or 9 touchdowns, and overall, I was the most dynamic weapon we had on the team. But defensively, hands down, one of the best players in the country, and that went without question. I had 7 picks on the year, but I did give up a few touchdowns that ultimately really ruined my chances for a Thorpe or any major defensive award. But this season, I'm making sure there's not a single thing keeping me away from balling at an elite level on both sides of the ball. So we opened up the season on the road against ECU, took a 3-point loss. On the opening day of his senior season, Nico threw for 295 and 2 touchdowns. Pretty solid. And for me on the receiving end of that, I caught 5 passes for 100 yards on the head with a touchdown. Last season, time for first in the country for the most interceptions. I think I've made it pretty clear you do not throw my way. That's why you don't see me on the defensive stat sheet. Another game this week outside of conference play, our home opener against the Alabama. One thing about Bama, they always going to be well equipped on both sides of the ball, especially their secondary. So we're going to try to attack this the best way we know how, trying to sit this route down. Ball doesn't come my way, but we pick up 8 yards. Literally a couple of plays later, Nico threw a very costly pick. I'm not going to lie, it was a good play by the DB, but bro, you cannot make them kind of mistakes. And I'm out here making plays of my own. Really could have picked that ball, but I'm trying to play it as safe as possible. Keep myself in position, not get beat deep, and just not have the mistakes I had last season. And they trying to take off and pick up a first down. It's 3rd and 8. We need to get these boys off the field as soon as possible, and I'm getting absolutely beat up the field. Got burnt by one of their star receivers. I'm giving up a touchdown, my first of the year. After getting beat up the field like that, it's only right that I come over here and do a little bit of that on my own on the offensive side, bro. But that was just flat out embarrassing, bro. Not throwing this ball in the coverage, almost caught by me off the tip. So getting burnt in man coverage is not ideal. Struggling on offense, escape up a touchdown on defense, can't get open. All types of things going wrong for me and just our team in general. We need to step it up, but this game is going to get out of hand quickly. Short distance, they packed in tight to the line, got some man coverage. I got burnt earlier. I got to lock in now. I ain't got no choice. He going across the middle of the field. He got me beat, and that's another touchdown on my head from the same insanely quick receiver. We need to take a shot. I mean, it's early in the second quarter, but we need to take a shot. The ball is coming my way. That's the deep ball I've been waiting on. It's in position. I make the catch, hold on through the contact. Let's go. Got me coming in motion. I'm trying to take the top off, hit that back corner of the end zone. I can make it happen back there for sure. Throw it. There we go. Got that look. Come on, bro. Perfect ball. ball from Nico, big touchdown. We needed that so bad, and I owe it to my team. I gave up 2 touchdowns already. In a cover 3, showing cover 2, we low-key need to switch to cover 2. I see this running back over here. This might be a halfback screen. They dip it off to a tight end. I didn't even see him right there, low-key. It's 3rd and 3. This is critical. If we can hold them to 3, that'll be solid. But man, if they pick up this touchdown, that can be detrimental to our team, like overall morale and just this game. And they pick up that touchdown with ease. We cannot stop this team's momentum. Was I crazy for thinking we can compete with a Bama team of this caliber, bro? They're strapped, like receiver wise, running back, QB, across the board. And then me personally, to be playing my worst football ever. I mean, offensively, I'm doing all I can, but on the defensive side of the ball, bro, giving up 2 touchdowns of their 4, and then they get another one here on 3rd and 13. This ain't it, bro. We get flat out dog walked at the crib, our first home game of the season, and Bama just came in cruising. The following week against Liberty, back at the crib, I had 1 goal, and that was to deliver us our first win by any means. All game in my head, all that meant was be selfish, call for the ball at any given moment. Every single play I'm giving Nico that look like, you know what time it is. Put the ball in my hands, I'm gonna make it happen. Trust me, trust your #1 weapon. And that alpha mentality coming from a sophomore set the tone for the entire team. And the only thing on my mind after that touchdown was getting back on defense and locking things up. Against Liberty, I wanted to make sure I played a complete game defensively, making tackles, everything. But my day on defense was just getting started, locking things up, deep coverage, picking the ball off, taking it all the way back to the crib for a pick 6. And I needed this, coming off a game where I gave up multiple touchdowns, just played the worst football possible as a corner. And after that Bama game, I was not feeling like myself. So shaking back this week for me was mandatory. We smoked Liberty 42-10, a big win at home. I think our home crowd deserved it after we just got obliterated the week before. One side of the ball going off for 7 receptions, a buck 18 and a touchdown, and on the other, 1 total tackle but a pick 6 for 77 yards. I think that makes for a complete game. And the Heisman campaign for my QB1 begins now. We win on the road in blowout fashion against Iowa State in the most even distribution of the ball I've probably ever seen at the collegiate level. 100+ yards from 2 different receivers. I followed up at 3rd with 80 yards and a touchdown. But that was last week. This time around, we got a Texas Tech team that absolutely manhandled us last season, whooping us by nearly 40 points. It's time to get some get back. First play from scrimmage, dog. We got Texas Tech today. We got to show up. Big first down to kick this game off. 3rd and 6, you need your big time playmaker or one of them, because we have so many to show up here. I got a nice little comeback towards the sideline. Going to sit it down. Ball came my way. I didn't even call for that. I guess me and Nico trying to get on that connection early, and he made a huge mistake. A few games ago, yeah, I was locked in. Give me the ball at any cost. Like, yeah, all of that. But we just came off of one of our best games as a team. We don't need to force anything. From the 1-yard line, I'm praying that they pass the ball, because I can pick this off if they throw it my way, but instead they go with a run, and I'm the last line of defense. They pick up a touchdown. We got to get that back somehow, bro. Gave up an early one, bro. Defense, I mean, they had primetime field position, and it was nothing we can really do about that. But now as an offense, we need to move that ball. And I be trying to show off my route running ability, but it seemed like goal routes and things of that nature seem to be like my go-to thing and what I need to stick to. I'm not saying I can't get loose doing anything else other than flying up the field, but we do have so many elite weapons doing just about everything else you can imagine. You just need your speed guy to get upfield. 3rd and 10, we not only need a first down, we need to make sure we leave out of here with more than 3 points. I'm taking the top off. Got 3 DBs back here guarding me at once. Can somebody else make a play? Yes, they can. Never thought I'd see the day where I'm being guarded, being guarded by 3 DBs. I'm going to try to work my way towards the middle. Got a good move out the line. Ball came my way, making that catch, getting blown up. That should have been called a penalty, but hey, we pick up the TD. They're going with the hurry up. They're making adjustments. They're doing everything they can to make it happen, dog. We got to get active. Man coverage, 3rd and 5. My receiver's going inside, breaks it out, and I get absolutely killed, but I get right back to him to break it up. And my dog Rob ran it back on the punt return for a touchdown. We get right back on defense, but this time with points. It's 1st and 10. They got a fresh set of downs where they go sit down right here across the middle. I get the tackle, but I could have prevented that catch. But they haven't been able to go deep all day, so they know they have to go quick and go as short as possible, picking up the minimum amount of yardage, because we ain't giving up nothing over the top at all. Got their tight end line up in the slot here. I can't let him come across the middle, because that's what he's been doing all day. He goes outside. I'm trying to pick this off, and it's thrown short. I could have took that to the crib. Here we go. A huge 4th and 2 situation, a chance to get them off the field. They go to run, and I get blocked, and they walk into the end zone. Literally, he got my outside shoulder, bro. Holding it down on defense. Now it's time for us to go crazy on, I ain't gonna lie, I want that ball over the top. Kind of got him beat. I got that step that I like. Contested catch, and that's on a good cornerback who just made an insane play on the ball. We need to put the ball in the end zone. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. I want the ball to come my way, but I don't want to force it. That's how we got that pick last possession. We walk out of here with a 5-point win. Not the most impressive, but nonetheless, we got it done. Pretty much the ball being spread around evenly across the board. Not the most exciting day for our receivers, but we got the job done. And I was trying my absolute hardest to bait this quarterback up. He would not budge. But 4 total tackles on the day defensively for your boy. But staying consistent has been a struggle. We get the win against Texas Tech, and then the following week lose to TCU. Taking a look at the conference, we sit at 4th amongst the top 5 teams. But crazy enough, before the season is over with, we play Utah and Houston. If we can continue to ball at a high level, get a couple more wins, and beat these 2 teams, we might find our way into that conference championship game. At that midpoint of the season, my stats so far are looking pretty decent. If I continue on the trajectory that I'm on, I may eclipse 1,000 yards receiving, or I might fall a little bit short like last year. On defense, with only 1 pick on the season so far, a handful of tackles, not playing my best football on that side. That very next week, we would kind of get things back on track with a solid win over Kansas in conference play. And that was pretty non-existent in that game on the offensive side of the ball, but we got Houston up next, and this is probably one of our biggest tests of the season so far outside of Bama earlier. In a game that felt like a must-win against Houston, first play from scrimmage stepped up big and got my 2nd pick on the season. And you know, if I get a pick, I got to get on offense and get busy as well. I found myself in open space and Nico found me. I hurtled into the end zone. I was so excited, dog, to put some points on the board, making it happen on both sides. Big win in conference play today, handing Houston their 2nd L of the season. Ain't go too crazy on offense, but I did put a touchdown up. And then defensively capping off the day with 3 total tackles and a pick. So after that loss against TCU, it's like we transformed pretty much towards the back half of the season. A win against Kansas, win against Houston, a nail biter against Arizona, and then we blow out Cincinnati. But these final 2 games are crucial against 2 very mediocre teams within the conference. Utah looked a lot better early on, but we're number 13 in the country. We have to step up and win these games. I'll be damned, we take a L to a 3-win team this late in the season at home too, and we on this kind of streak. No sir, can't go for it whatsoever. That ball gonna come across the middle, but instead he's gonna get sacked. Honestly, I'm just fishing for picks. I need some more stats, and look at him launching this ball deep up the field. I should have been back there, but my dog's sewing things up on the back end. Special teams, the punt team, the punt return team to be exact, literally just put 6 on the board. My boy Day went to the crib with a crazy return for 6. Oklahoma State is a pretty pass heavy team. They do have a solid running game, but on 3rd and inches, they pick up the first here, and he's taking this one up the field. Over here on offense, got 2 DBs stacked trying to stop me from getting up the field. You know that ain't never stopped nothing. And of course, man, you know Nico gonna air that ball out for your boy, putting it in stride, and I don't make the catch. Just ask this corner what kind of haircut he got under that helmet. He said a fade, so you know what time it is. Fade ball. I did bring it in a little bit. That's when your quarterback and the receiver is on the same accord. Beautiful play. Put the ball exactly where it needed to be for me to pick up the tutty. A solid first half so far for both sides of the ball and special teams. We getting it done in every facet. But now it's 3rd and 9, a passing down for sure. Hopefully this ball gets aired out over the top, but instead up the seam, they pick up a first down. Quick little 5 and in. We'll see if we can get active, bro. Second half is here. We need to dominate like we did the first in this game. I mean, we already blowing these boys out, but it can be a quick, easy breeze. But look at that beautiful down from Nico to one of our star-studded receivers, picking up another touchdown. It's been a real smash mouth day on offense. Like, I pretty much can take the day off. I mean, I've been contributing, of course, but we don't really need my help on O. And then defensively, just going crazy. Haven't given up too many big plays, no scores, nothing, just absolute dominance, bro. Look at that. They getting back there handling business. And just like that, they scored their first touchdown of the game. And I don't know why Buddy's striking the Heisman post. Please go sit down somewhere, dog. We got a nice lead, but we need to put some more points on the board immediately. I don't like that whatsoever. Them boys just scored on us. We got to move that ball, and that's what we're doing out the gate. It's kind of funny. Ever since me and Nico done kind of got into it, he's been making it a point to find everybody else but me when it comes to throwing that ball. There we go. Got the corner to stutter in stride. He ain't had no choice but to throw that. He possibly would have been benched. That's a TD on the board. And you know I'm turned up, man. I ain't get like no action first half for real. Now stepping up here in the 3rd quarter. Let's go. At this point, I'm fishing for a pick late game situation. I'm trying to make the best out of a bad situation. The ball was coming my way right there too. Speedy receivers all across the board. We got to lock in, bro. We cannot give up a late game touchdown. They're going deep, looking like they want to try me. Come on, throw it. I dare you. He's throwing it to the other side. That's a free pick from a dog. Somebody was going to come through. I wish it was me, though. Giving up 21 points to an Oklahoma State team who's been trashed all season is nothing to gloat about, but a win is a win. The way the season started, the playoffs seemed pretty out of reach, but now that we're ranked number 11 in the country, a win this week is like mandatory. We need to get this dub in order to secure our fate. We basically control our own destiny. As far as the Big 12 goes and coming out on top of the conference, that's still a possibility too. But Utah has nothing to lose. They're 5-6. We cannot let them get above 500 on us this season, and we can kill their bowl game chances. So if we can do that, we definitely need to lock in. We couldn't execute the first time around on offense. Now looking to change that here, getting towards the sideline. I got this DB literally on my back. I'm glad I made that catch. Back on defense, man, coverage on first down in the gun. They take a handoff. We back there though. The big boys up front working, just trying to put together a complete game on both sides of the ball. We've been doing that for the most part lately, but we got to continue with that same momentum. Giving up a big play here, first down and some. Man coverage, 2 yards out from the end zone. We need the boys up front to make it happen, and I need to make sure I'm on point, because if he runs a route and kills me this short distance, that's a touchdown for sure. And they get in there anyway. Second half action. We ain't been struggling with the pass. They've been running the ball straight at us all game and just having their way, to be honest. Everything has been short, quick, nothing up the field, nothing downfield. Running the ball on third down is crazy. Somebody need to make a play, and that somebody is me. Like, we're not getting the ball out in time. We're not making plays. We're not doing what we're supposed to do. It's just been an absolute struggle. This ball coming my way, and I can't hold on. Back on defense, and bro, on offense, we're struggling. We can't move the ball. Nico just threw a pick. Like, it's just hard times right now. Nobody can do anything. They're double covering me at times. They're doing everything they possibly can to keep me out of the action. And it's super frustrating because they're continuing to march down the field, throwing itty bitty passes, quick, short underneath, and running the ball down our throats, just having a way every single time. At this point, I'm just getting in cardio, bro. We can't score. We can't do anything whatsoever. But Nico is putting this ball up the field in stride. I got that step. I made the catch into the end zone. Our first touchdown of the day. About time. Now we just need to lock in on defense, bro. We know they finna run the ball. They got the lead. We're finna go into the fourth quarter. Oh, he fumbled and we got the ball back. We recover in the red zone. And let my dog show out and celebrate, man. He just came through with a big time recovery. Don't want to get too aggressive, but I do have a route towards the back of the end zone if I can win at the line here. Sit this down on the outside. Ball comes my way. Toe tap. You know what time it is. That's a touchdown. We're only down one score. Can we get a stop on third down, force the field goal, or potentially get these boys off the field? That's the hope. That's the prayer. And we don't stop them. They get into the end zone, and we have all of 40 seconds left. This game might be over. We gift wrap and hand and basically send off Utah into a bowl game with very limited opportunity, putting up some solid numbers. 4 receptions, 119, 2 tutties, our only 2 scores of the entire game. But even with that loss, we still find our way in the Big 12 championship game against the number 12 ranked team in the country, Kansas State. I don't know if it's because we got ahead of ourselves or we just got too cocky or airheaded because we felt like we were just automatically going to whoop Utah. Set us up in good field position with the punt, man. We can come out here like firing on all cylinders out the gate and make something happen. But look at Nico trying to get the ball to his playmaker and making a huge mistake. And it's crazy because I didn't even call for it. I wasn't even ready for the ball, to be honest. So we had a huge punt, set us up in prime field positioning. Then my QB1 makes a huge mistake by throwing the ball way too early, and that corner was just on it. A team like K-State can be very difficult to play. They pass heavy, but at the same time, they can run the ball down your throat, and they're showing that out the rip, off the, oh my gosh, he making guys miss. I got to blow him up. We struggled to get going last week as an offense, dog. We got to change that this week. We can't go for nothing. Empty set for my QB1. Let's hope he doesn't make the same mistake he just made. I see a look, and that's a great pass, great catch. Let's go. And as much as we pass, we do love to run because we have a wide receiver core that can literally block anything moving. You see, I just blew through his chest. 3rd and 9 situation, this close to the end zone. I want to score, but at least get 3 points. Now trying to sit this route down. It goes the other way, and another pick from Nico to the same DB on the other side of the field. What is going on? If Nico keep playing like this, he's gonna literally make that corner a 1st round pick. He's securing his draft stock. 2 picks, multiple deflections. He's just having an all-time game right now. 4-point lead right now, bro. Second half is about to start. First half is coming to an end. We need to capitalize on our opportunities and make no mistakes, and that's a huge one right there. 2 running backs in the backfield. I'm gonna try to sink back. and cover this receiver up the field a bit and then get back down to this running back, and they throw the ball right there in that dead spot of the zone. I don't know where the safety was. They pick up a touchdown and take the lead before half. But watch out, Day Farmer, our extremely talented returnman, is going to take it back all the way to the crib to put a touchdown on the board. But K-State does have time on the clock. We need to come out on defense firing off. When I tell you I want to call for the go ball every single chance that I get at this point, oh my gosh, and Nico throwing another pick. That's my fault. Didn't see the linebacker nowhere near the middle of the field. I'm so determined to get the ball and make a play. I'm making mistakes. I put my QB at risk right there. I know I'm calling for it. I know I am. In that position right there, that's all on me. But at the same time, as my quarterback, bro, as a college quarterback, one of the best in the country right now, you cannot make that mistake. A lot of mistakes going on both sides of the ball, just struggling to make things happen, bro. We need to create turnovers. I mean, we're not giving up scores, so I mean, it really doesn't matter. Like, we're playing okay, but giving up plays like that, we cannot do this. And he just monstered his way into the end zone. We have no choice but to try and take out the top, bro. We can't make anything else happen. Nico's making mistake after mistake, ball in stride. I mean, I'm turning on the Jets. I'm not letting nothing and nobody stopping me from putting my team on top of this game. We get into the end zone, desperately needed. You would think with a lead and we're going into the fourth quarter, we try to run the ball a little bit. No, sir. Trying to throw that ball as much as possible. And look what happens. Nico does what he's been doing all game. Throw, I think, his fourth pick, and I'm the last line of defense to stop a pick six. We just picked up 5 running the ball, but I don't think we can do that much longer, bro. We need to score, and this ball is coming midfield. I hold on through the contact. Let's go. We're going shallow cross, bro. If I can get over top of this corner and this safety, Nico put this ball in the back of the end zone. He throwing it to me too. I don't know why he threw that. That was in traffic. What are you doing? Now, the real question is, can our RB1 get into the end zone here? I want to see the action. Can he score? He gets to the outside, gets around the edge, punches it in. We take the lead late here in the fourth quarter. Let's go. So we have just about 2 minutes to contain an offense. We've struggled to hold back this entire game, pretty much looking for this ball to come my way. I'm locking it up. Ball did come my way, and I didn't secure the tackle or the PBU. They go with the empty set. I'm looking to make a play. I'm looking to make a play, and the ball came my way. You know what time it is. I ain't kneeling it out. I want to take it to the crib. Set that blocking up, baby. Set that blocking up. You lineman too slow. I'm going to the crib for the pick six. Let's go. Thought they was going to be able to stop me, keep us from winning this game with little to no time on the clock. We put another score on the board, 2-score lead at that. This game is out. Man, this game is in the bag, bro. It's gone. It's done. And now your new Big 12 champs, bro, stepped up in the clutch. Just went crazy. A huge moment, huge game, an accomplishment for me and the guys. Really bad outing for my QB1. He threw more picks than he did touchdowns today. I don't know how we came out here and got this dub. It's just crazy, mind-boggling actually. Per usual, my dog Rodney went off. He had 80 yards in the tub, and of course me myself, $130 on only 3 catches with a touchdown, a huge one too. And then let's not forget what I did on defense. 6 total tackles, which is solid for a corner, but to go all the way back to the crib for a 102-yard pick six? Come on, that's nasty word. Sophomore quarterback out of Purdue, Marcus Davila, went for 38, 46, and 4. He's the Heisman winner of this season. We ended up facing Mid-Tennessee State in the Independence Bowl, and we got the dub. And in this game, I really had a minimal role as some of the other guys go off. How about Rodney snapping for a $147 and a tub? He was the only receiver to score, but nonetheless, everybody else did their job. A way better year production-wise on both sides of the ball opposed to last year. This season, putting up over 15 touchdowns, 1,200 yards, and as a defender, 5 picks and PBUs and a handful of tackles. Solid. And I was dead last in the top 12 spots for the best receiver award, which is crazy. Going off of the numbers that I did, I don't know how I fell this low. Alongside with a couple of my teammates, we found ourselves as first team Big 12 All-Americans. Successful season to say the least. I do believe we can be a lot better moving on next season with our quarterback situation being a little bit on the fringe. I'm not sure if I'm going to stay or leave. How I see it, I have one final season, my junior year, to go off, prove myself to be the best two-way player to ever play college football. New season means new faces, like our QB1, a big body field general in Khalil Wilkins. And for him, he has the honor of throwing the ball to the best receiver in the entire country. And when I tell you this season, I'm moving different, using my body more than my speed, putting it all together, becoming a complete receiver, good hands, I'm talking about the whole 9. As far as the defensive side of the ball goes, I feel like it's me versus me out here. I can make all the plays, picks, PBUs, do everything that I want to make myself a surefire first round pick. Preseason first team All-Americans are out, and your boy is on that list. Now, without question, no matter what, I'm always going to be wide receiver 1 for this team. I'm just too talented. We all know this. But the CB1 role, I kind of handed that off to another really talented guy on this team. I'm going to play somewhat of the nickel this season. I'm still going to be on the field pretty much every single snap on defense, but I want to give these other guys a chance to make a name for themselves. Plus, I feel like it's the right call. Getting the year kicked off against a star-studded Bama team, obviously, I think we can compete, especially with our new quarterback one, but at the same time, this is still Bama nonetheless, so we got to be on point, trying to make a block here on the outside from one of my receivers. Trying to be more of a complete receiver like I said before, but going over the top is something we're always going to do, and that ball does not come my way, but do we pick up the first down? I think we do. And for the simple fact that Khalil is more of a field general, he can read out the field, make all the important throws, I really trust him more as my quarterback. 3rd and 8 though, we need to pick up this first. If I can extend this route over the top, I will, but we do pick up the first with Day. Get into the end zone, run this comeback. If he put this ball where it needs to be, this can be a touchdown, but I didn't see the DB lurking right there in perfect position for the pick. I just ruined a beautiful drive. Preseason, taking like a back seat at corner seemed like the way to go, but how could I not be the guy on defense when I am the guy? But going over the top, I had a shallow zone. They bomb us. I mean, they are moving the ball. One play, 2 plays, and you already in the red zone like that. I made a huge mistake calling for that ball, but now our defense is just giving it up. Got me lined up in the slot, gonna come across the midfield right here in this nice little drag. That ball does come my way, catch it in stride, pick up the first down. Let's go. Taking the lead with a score here at the end of the first half would be clutch. I get another ball towards the middle, making guys miss, putting every skill I got on display. And we're trying to kill as much clock as possible to not give Bama a chance to get back on offense and get that ball. I don't know why he threw that, but I made the catch. So far, it's been a defensive battle, but we're looking to come out here and lock things up. No more deep balls over the top, and we definitely can't give up 10 yards of pop in the run game. They go with this trip stack look. I want to jump it if it's any type of screen. It is, and I completely whiff on the interception opportunity, bro. So after giving up a touchdown on the other side of the ball, now we need to get back and get that touchdown over here on the offense, and now we're trying to make something happen towards the middle of the field. If we can go down and score, that'll be great. Trying to take the top off here. I went to the line. He's throwing the ball my way once again, and I didn't even call for it. He tried to put the ball in my hands. He knows I'm the playmaker, but made a huge mistake. And in a 3rd and goal situation, literally a few yards out from the end zone, they scored another touchdown. Bama's ultimately going to put this game to bed. The following week, we would take a loss to an Ohio Bobcat team we had no business losing to. 18 unanswered points in the 4th quarter. QB1, 10 of 20, 1 touchdown, 1 pick, pretty much non-existent. Oh, but it gets better. Even worse on the receiving side. Your boy had 1 reception for a touchdown, 49 yards, but nonetheless just didn't make an impact. The offensive side of the ball has been really shaky with our new QB1. Even trying to run the ball, we've been very stagnant. And a peek at the next 10 games of the schedule: K-State, Oklahoma State, Colorado, Baylor, a bunch of Big 12 play, and we finished the season off against UMass. We faced in our Big 12 opener a team we beat in the conference championship last season. They're gonna bring the heat, and if we can't stand it, the kitchen gonna be closed. 3rd and 8, we open up against Kansas State with the ball first, and we looking like we're gonna get out the field early. Ball coming mid down the field. Oh my gosh, absolutely hawked by the same DB that caught 2 picks against us last season. I ain't gonna lie, I just went out bad. Buddy went on top of my head like he was the receiver, just embarrassing me. I'm not gonna lie. How am I supposed to be that guy and I'm getting head topped by a DB? Like, that's supposed to be my job to do him that dirty, and he did me the worst way. But I'm not giving up on him just yet. We got a lot of football to play this season. I got to continue to believe in my guy. Their CB1 just continues to make plays against me. I can't lie, knocking the ball out, catching picks, doing everything imaginable, but I catch this one and hold on. Some Tampa 2 action, literally a few yards away from the end zone. We got to keep them from scoring. 3rd down, and they're going to bounce off. He dives in, picks up another score. I know I got the speed and everything else to get up the field in this dude, bro. I got the step. He's launching, and my QB1's trusting me, but I got a DB back here in position. Make the catch. I can't hold on. In this situation, we don't want to field goal. We want to put 6 on the board. I'll get the win at the line. Ball is coming my way early. I monster my way into the end zone for the touchdown that might give us the dub. We've made it a 4-point game. They have no choice but to score. We just got to lock up. We can't give up nothing deep, nothing short, nothing of the sorts, and I give up a catch and almost a first down. I'm hanging back deep. I want him to try me. I want him to have that confidence to throw it to me like he did last season. He threw it my way and made a huge mistake, and you're making another one here, buddy. I knew he was going to try me, and he underthrew it on purpose. He knew that was a bad idea. Making adjustments at the line, we own that. We own everything. I dare you to throw it. 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 He has a guy right down here in a sweet spot. What do you do in a situation like this? But potentially the last play of the game. Clock is going, 2 seconds. He's going to launch this anywhere towards the back of the end zone. He's throwing it and it's picked off. That's the ball game, fellas. We needed it desperately. First win of the season on the road against a conference foe. Just big time from our defense, bro. We stepped up. And then I went off for 7 catches, $132 and 2 tubs. Can't forget about that. The following week, to open up the game against OSU, had a huge catch for big yards to put us in the red zone. And you know I was turned up after that catch, letting everybody know in the stadium what time it was. I was finna go off in one of them games. And on the very next play, absolutely killing the DB at the line with great footwork, a nasty release. Me and my QB1 are finally on a good accord. But believe it or not, even with the little bit of success that we're having, Khalil is still struggling to keep the ball out of the hands of the defense. Throwing pick after pick, giving them opportunities, even though I'm not calling for the ball. I understand you want to put the ball in my hands, but you cannot keep making these same mistakes. But one thing I can say, despite the picks, bro, this man has an absolute cannon. There was one play he threw me over the top, open like 15-20 yards. I dove into the end zone excited. Now, if I can get bombs over the top like this consistently from Khalil, we'll be the #1 offense in the country in no time. Starting off the season with 2 L's, then going back-to-back dubs really made up for that bad, terrible start. But in that win versus Oklahoma State, we went all 4 catches, a $147, 2 tubs. And of course, defensively, we held it down, only allowing 10 points. But now we have cornerback U, 2-way U, maybe even wide receiver U with how they've been producing over the last couple of seasons. Colorado this upcoming week. A pretty pass-heavy offense, and they have a star-studded receiver in Cam McHale that I got to cover this week, and he throws it my way immediately. I'm giving up a catch. But I want to go heavy in the man coverage. They have an extremely tiny quarterback. I don't know who bro is, but he is small, but he has a rocket for an arm. We got to lock in today. It's going to be a difficult game. 3rd and 7. We need to lock this up. We got to play this correctly. I got to get back deep, sink into this zone. They go with a quick little screen, and we're all over it. They still pick up the first. Getting these boys off the field here is critical. Now trying to make a play here. They throw it to the back of the end zone. That's a touchdown. Couldn't make a shake on defense. We gave up so many opportunities, a touchdown and some more stuff. So scoring here in the first half is pretty much mandatory, and I'm trying to cook all of their best DBs on both sides of the field. Pretty pass heavy 3rd and 10, so we need to pick this up here. Got to make a play somehow, some way. Ball coming to me. I'm holding on, but I get hit by 2-3 defenders and drop it. But this offense is moving with so much tempo. It's crazy. I'm talking about hurry up after hurry up, making adjustments at the line, little to no mistakes. This is probably one of the more sound offenses we played probably in the last couple of years. I need my QB1 to make a play and get that ball to me, bro. Launch it. There we go. In stride. I got the step over the top. Let's go, baby. Let's go, baby. Get into the end zone. We in there. Let's go. Touchdown on the board. But they march down the field so fast. Crazy tempo on this offense. We got to make plays. And they go with a big run right here, picking up the first down. We need points and big splash plays. And who better to go and get it than the best man to do it in the country? Taking this punt return. I could take it to the crib. I got that edge. I'm all the way going. I'm to the crib with this one. We needed these points, baby. Dropping back in my zone, but I got my eyes on the quarterback for sure. I want that ball to come my way. Launching it deep. My boys on that. Finna drop back into my zone, but my eyes on the quarterback for sure. Launching this ball towards the middle. He can't hold on. A different look for Colorado this time around. They've been in man coverage pretty much almost the entire game, but this catch across the middle, we making it happen. Corners pressing, gonna win at the line against him. Sit this route down. Ball came with anticipation, making the guy miss, getting upfield. You know I got the speed and the wheels to take off. Oh my gosh, ESPN top 100 play. Striking that Heisman pose. They know I deserve it. I'm talking about ESPN top 100, more like top 5, and I definitely ain't 1 through 4. Wait, that'll make me 5. I'm 1. 3rd and 10 with a nice, comfortable lead. As we head into the 4th quarter, I got to be on top of my game right here. He threw the ball my way. I knew it was coming. He been trying me all day, and I finally capitalized. We're putting the 5th ranked team in the country to absolute shame, bro. I mean, just balling, doing what we do best. Ball coming my way, light them up. You know what we do. Watch everything underneath, and that's a pick going the other way, dog. Somebody was going to come through with it. You know it, man. You know what we own. My secondary is elite. We secured a blowout win against the 5th team in the country on the road, too, which is actually surprising. I'm proud of my guys. We stepped up and balled out today. Feels good to get recognized for once. It doesn't happen often, but Big 12 Player of the Week goes to yours truly. The very next week against Baylor, opening things up with a big shot down the field. That cannon that we talked about Malachi having, yeah, he put it on full display. And with plenty of football to play throughout this season, I'm closing in on 700 receiving yards, and it's going to be crazy. And of course, on defense, strapping everything up per usual, getting active. We ended up getting a win over Baylor by 1 point, a crazy nail biting dub. And you want to talk about being the most pivotal piece to your team's success, 239 on 8 receptions with 2 touchdowns. After I balled like that, they had to put me on the Heisman watch list, but as we go through a bye week, I go down in the poll a bit. Then in a tight game against Iowa State, I stepped up big, baiting up the outside route, jumping that ball, and I made a great play for a big interception. But just when you thought things couldn't get any better for my already crazy day, I catch another interception for my first multi-pick game of the season. And not like we we needed to because we already had the lead, but that pick turned into a pick six, housed it all the way back to the crib. Iowa State's offense in pursuit trying to make a play. I go untouched, and I easily go off for my most impressive day on the defensive side of the ball this season. We ended up with an 11-point win when it was all said and done. We got the dub, that's all that matters, but I can honestly say without Khalil's 3 interceptions on the day, we could have blew these boys out. But in his 400 yards passing performance, I had 338 yards on the receiving end with 2 touchdowns, following up with a 1-score win over Cincinnati as well. But our 6-game winning streak would come to an end against Arizona State at the crib. But you know me doing what I do best. Me and my dog Rodney went off. I went for $162 in the tub. He went for 70-1. And to put a little more salt in the wound, bro, that was our first conference loss of the season. Our final conference game of the year, though, will be against BYU, and we're at home. I knew this game against BYU was pivotal. Even though their record doesn't say it, they're still one of the better teams in the conference just off their roster alone. So for me, making an impact on offense, defense was just not enough. Also getting involved in the special teams game was just critical. But I did a little more than making an appearance on special teams. I showed out, taking a punt return to the crib. It's a rain game, running the ball a little bit more than usual. I had to make my impact elsewhere. But on defense is where my biggest play of the day would come from. I know I've been kind of on a dry spell when it comes to picks, but here I went crazy. Uno v Uno, out of place for this pick, but a one-handed grab in the slippery wet rain, making a catch like this as a DB is absolutely insane. Receiver, whatever you want to address me as. And after a dominant performance, we went on as a team to just absolutely dismantle BYU. But me, 4 catches, 210 in a tub, just doing what I do. And then on the defensive end, this might be my most complete game I played of my career. Just going crazy on offense, then go for 3 picks and 7 total tackles on D. Nasty. Then to cap out the regular season, blowout win against UCF, and then we just whisked by UMass, who's ranked number 25 in the country. They actually had a really solid season. And the Big 12 championship game will see our face for the 2nd consecutive year. This time around, we got Iowa State. If you remember the shootout we had earlier this year against Iowa State, we handed them their first and only L of the season. And now we're trying to go 2 for 2 against Iowa State this season. Gotta hand these boys another L, this time in a bigger game. Going with a blitz, we need to defense to get back there and stop. They star-studded running back. We stopped them the first time around, but that boy is moving today. Look, catching the ball out of the backfield, trying to make something happen. Coach calling for a lot of zone blitz. I'm gonna play this zone a little low just in case they try to go quick outside and keep them from picking up a first down. They go to run a QB run, a read option, matter of fact. They pick up the first down. 3rd and 13. Get them off for it's the field goal. That's the goal. Let's see if he tries to go deep my side. He does not. The boys up front get back there in a heartbeat. 10 and out. I like this. Get quick out towards the sideline. Might even be able to turn it upfield, possibly. Yep, ball coming my way. It's a little bit thrown over the top. That's a beautiful ball. Come on now, let's lock in, bro. Offense is firing on all cylinders. Ball coming my way on cue. Toe tap. Let's go. Got my boy going in motion. We get the snap off just in time. Can this ball come over the top to me? No, it goes to my dog, but I get called for a block in the back on a touchdown. I know he mad at me. Nice little out route going towards the back of the end zone. See if I can get the step on this DB, break it out. I don't know why he threw that ball so early. He didn't even let me run my route. I'm telling Khalil, feed me ASAP, bro. Put the ball in my hands. There we go. In stride. I'm trying to turn upfield. I ain't trying to get out of bounds for nothing. Look, straight to the crib. I want to go to the end zone, bro. Don't put that ball nowhere else but in the crib, gang. And he throws to my dog underneath. He got an easy pass to the end zone. Let's go. A touchdown is a touchdown. Let's put points on the board. Let's make it happen. I just need Khalil to have some patience, let these routes develop so we can have time to make a play. I don't know why this ball was thrown so early. I'm getting clapped midair. Khalil's problem is he has little to no patience. Like, bro, you have time in the pocket way more than you make it seem. You don't have to be so eager to just try to make the play. Like here, I didn't call for that. You're throwing the ball literally with no reason. Feeding the defense is just what he does best. I don't understand it at all, bro. It's like, just take your time, bro. You have stars everywhere. Just relax. And I keep relaying the same message to him in the calmest, most respectful way that I possibly can without tweaking out and just being a diva receiver. But man, he about to make me just flash out. Down and score with my QB1 who can't seem to make a proper pass. He actually has me wide open, dog. You cannot write. This is not a script. This is not fake. This is real life. He hit me wide open. Finally, we make a big splash play. And just like that, we take an overtime loss because our quarterback couldn't hold. He couldn't manage to just keep the ball away from the defense, just doing what he's been doing all season. My redshirt junior quarterback quarterback threw 3 interceptions, all to the same corner. I did what I always do, 4 receptions, a $136 and a touchdown. I show up every single week. 3 total tackles on defense. They didn't try me at all, not a single time, didn't throw the ball my way. They would not give me an opportunity, and I understand. But as for Buddy right here, this junior Quentin Taylor Jr., he might as well go to the draft. Like, bro, he just caught 3 picks. I think he caught 2 the first time we played him. Buddy threw for 41, 42, and 4 on the season, bro. What? And he wins the Heisman. I'm gonna get into why I feel like I got snubbed for the Heisman in a moment, but bro, we run away with the Biletnikoff, aka the best receiver award, 63 2 bands and 20 tubs. Now, if you ask me, I had a season unlike no other. I had just over 60 receptions total, over 2,000 yards receiving, and accounted for 20 touchdowns, and I don't win the Heisman. That's crazy. But at the same time, I guess I do gotta understand he did throw for 4K with 40 plus touchdowns and only 4 interceptions. That is Heisman worthy, I gotta be honest. But finishing 4th in the Heisman race with those numbers is just, it hurts the heart, man. I finished this season with the 2nd most picks in the country at 5, had a nice handful of tackles, and also had some pass deflections, and somehow wasn't considered for no defensive awards. But I can honestly say my 3 years at West Virginia were really solid. Over 3,500 receiving yards, 37 touchdowns. I really balled out and did my thing.